Hello everyone, this is the start of Java series and we are starting the Java from the starting and below starting, right? Like we are starting from the initial step what the Java is, and it is from the basic to advanced course, so be specific with this. And if we be together with me, I definitely assure you you learn Java and DSA in very smooth manner. Yeah, so we are starting with the basic things, very basic. So this is the Java basic code. This is just a snippet. You can use it as just a snippet. Like every time you write a file, you need this functions, right? There are some import like Java util. This is the class where we import the util language. IO is just for the input and output devices. So there is a different uses of these language and we are going to study afterwards. So let's start with the Java basics. So Java is a class oriented language. Yes guys, so it is a class oriented language in which means everything in the Java based over the classes, like we have to make the class, we have to make the objects of that. So the basic or a main class name is main. Okay, but yeah, over the we are at the CodeChef editor, so we have to write it by the CodeChef. Okay, um, let's just put it over here like code chef. Okay, so that it will not give error, right? um it's just refreshing. Okay, so we write over the code chef, which is the initial name of the class. So yeah, we start with the input output int. So in the Java we have seen there are the different structures like int for the integers, right? String for the strings. Strings is anything like we write, yeah, this is the string, or this is also string. Okay, so integer is for int, like it is for the integer value. Double is for double values. Okay, and there is a float for float value. Let's change the name, and yeah, so here we just initialize, or like this is the way we initialize in Java. Okay, so how we initialize the things in the Java, like a is the variable name, like this value Sam the Great is stored in a. Okay, as a type is always suggested. We only store, like if we make it int, it will give us an error like Sam the Great is not an integer. Okay, right? So we have to keep in mind these things. Okay, so let's start with the input, right? For the input, this is the way, like long is for the long, storing long numbers. Let's name it as f, and it for the long numbers, right? You can store long number in the Java. So there are different data types. You can just Google it out, and whenever you want and you can use it. So we are starting here with input, right? Like just put for the input we make use the scanner class. We use scanner class over here. So I name it as a class. Okay, just keep in mind for right now, like whenever we suggest a class, we have to make a object to run that code, whatever there in the class. So scanner is a class. If I write here scn. Scn is just an variable name. You can put it any of you. Like if I want, I can put scn, it any of thing. So for making the object of a class, we make a new. We write new over here, and scanner class name. If it requires any of the parameter like system.in, like in for the taking the input we need system.in over here. Okay, so this is the scanner class. So here we can just let's comment it out. So there are different things. I have to take the input, like if I want to take int a equals to scn dot next int, so it will store like input in that a. Let's try to print it out. How to print in Java? Just type system dot out dot println. It's very easy, like just put it over here a, right? So whatever I write, like integer value, I have to give 23. Let's try to run it. Let's see what the output it will give. Okay, so yeah, input is 23 and output is 23. Okay, so yeah, whatever the input we have put, it gives us as an output. Okay, so it is for the integer input we use next int. There is an next, like b equals to scn dot next. Okay, what next does? Let's see this. Okay, let's just see this. Let's put over here space and just put this and just system dot out. Let us print that one part also. So yeah, here I have to print b. Okay, I can write anything over here, like second line, right? So that it will be clarify like it is in the second line. Okay, so yeah, see, after the space whatever there is, the next store in that. Okay, like if I put space over here, like in the input side, let's just, yeah, if I put let's write something 23, I write Sam D. Okay, let's see what it will print. It will print like 23 for the integer for this line. Okay, then it will print next. Yeah, that next means after space whatever it is going to store in B, like only Sam, not D. Okay, so yeah, in the B there is only Sam, and after the space there is one more thing, that is D. So if we want to store that, so let's try to store in C. Okay, this C is just a variable name, you can keep it as anything, right? Second, third, and just try to run it. See, in the first it is integer, so it will come A, then second line, then third, yeah, D, right? What if there is an enter over there? Yeah, if there is an enter over there, so see, there is an enter, so we have to take our cursor, move it from here to here, right? We are here, we move it from here to here, so we put next line over here. Okay, so this thing, what it does, it just came to the second line. Okay, then we can store the things like string L equals to scn dot next int, not next, just keep it as a next, and just I want to store, like in the next line we have store L, right? Next line we have store the L, right? So let's see. Yeah, see, 23 Sam D and line come. Okay, so this is very easy if you do it like this. Taking the input in the Java, it will be easily done like this. If you have any doubt, just comment it down. I'm there to solve each and every query of you. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I will be there putting different videos like over the for loop, if else, and then we start with the data structures, making the node, linked list, trees. So stay tuned.